One of the most dangerous things in the clinch is dropping somebody really, really fast, because you're not used to holding weight with your neck. You're gonna collapse and hurt your neck in the process, okay? Make sure in the clinch, so if you come from more of a wrestling background than a quote-unquote Muay Thai clinch background, this is gonna seem strange. But when I'm in here, when I start to transition out, my head becomes the third point of contact, okay? So Eric Paulson, this was called giraffe wrestling, where basically your hands are here and you're sparring heads and necks, which is kind of ugly because you get scraped up and your lips ripped up, okay? But what I want you to think about is never, if you pull a hand out, never leave a hole that's not filled. So even if I'm exiting through there, it may be good to stick your head in here, okay? Or if for whatever reason we're here, reach over with your right hand, okay? He goes in here. See, I didn't want to put my head in there because that gives me a point of control he doesn't have. So while I have an outside pick here, my head's driving, and it keeps me from getting hit. Okay, so if you're in the clinch and your head's up here, you can still get hit. Right? So guys starts flailing over the top, he can still hit you. But if your head's in that, is kind of in the crease of their neck, you're a wee bit safer. And it hurts. If I really want to crank on you, stick my head in there, I just start pulling my hands, I can drive my head into the side of your neck. It's a very, very unpleasant experience. Okay, so something you can play with. Don't need to crank on your partner too hard, but I think it's something you want to experience. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this position inside here is better than this position out here. Okay, so if I'm transitioning out and I want to get a hand out, my head inside here is safer. I can use my head to fill a hole, fill a gap. Okay. Also, if he gets me inside of here, okay. If I get my head in there, I at least have. So, what's the issue with the clinch? Is he gets space and loads the back of your head. Then you're screwed, right? So he gets the clinch here, and if I can get my head in here, I'm safer. So he can hang on me, but I've already broke his position. So he can't hang me because I'm resting here. Resting, not resting, but I'm fighting for that position. Does that make sense? So we don't think about the head being an aspect of grappling, but if you've ever grappled with a good wrestler, it's like a fucking club. It's like an elbow or a knee. It hurts. But once again, it's really hard for Ryan to hit me really, really hard in the head when my head is in his neck. It's hard to punch there. And unless you've trained it, people don't feel comfortable going like that. Does that make sense? All right, so something to play with. Go ahead.
George, do you want to do elbows?
Do you want to give one more to work on
Of the
Do you want to? Or just go ahead. That's something you can always add in.
So we can work that head position. Also, a few things that I noticed while working is your position on the drop. So if I drop and I leave I drop by bringing my butt back and down. Ready? Drop. Stick your head out. I have no way to keep up with it, even if I shuffle the foot forward. Right? So I hang here, I drop. Right? He go back again. Even if I bring the foot forward, he's going to come out and suck his way out. If I drop, I get straight down and get a good stance. Even if I want to position, my torso is similarly positioned, but my hips are between my 2 feet and base. And now when he goes back, he can come back with it. All right. So that position on the drop is going to set whether or not he can pull out or shoot underneath or throw some sort of offense. Also, if you're the clinch E, and I'm trying to work my way out. I'm hurting my back trying to grab it here. If I'm fighting while he's focused on controlling me, that's going to be really hard on me, right? I'm fighting, and then when he throws the knee, I'm only worried about stopping that knee. That's hard on my back and on my neck. If I'm worried about here, waiting for that knee, becoming throws the knee, that's my out. It's like a slip. Then I don't have to worry about pushing up here, and I create a hole that I can fill to work my way out. So knowing when you're getting out of the clinch and how you're getting out of the clinch is, I think, going to save a lot of energy and pressure on your spine.
Question on the knees. I was feeling, on the positioning of the hips. I was feeling like I was a little too forward, so that when I was doing the knee, I was backwards, going to be taken down. So how do I want to position my hips and my knees?
So that's we worked a lot last week on using this shoulder to drive this knee, this hip forward to bring the knee in. If I start here, right, I'm going to throw the rear knee. When I push in, if I leave this foot here, when I push in and try to drive that forward, I'm going to end up, I have to give up space to have enough space to put this in. If I bring this foot back, if I shuffle step it, that's where I get that from, that space. I change the position of this leg, either bring it back by shuffling and throwing, or you can step out and throw. The thing you have to do is have good hip position, because in order to give yourself a little bit of space, you're gonna have to, this is gonna have to be a little bit elastic, right?
Also, think about, if you shuck his head, he'll pull back. If you shuck him, he'll pull back and he's going to get So get him a little higher. So shuck the head, he'll pull, he pulls. So he makes space for the knee. Okay, so a good reaction is you pull, he pulls back for the knee. Okay, Jedi mind trick. You pull his head, and he'll pull his head back up. That was a good drive.
That first knee is usually the hardest, because you're transitioning from not throwing anything, you're just worried about trying to get this position, and you have to change range with this foot somehow, like you're shucking him or giving up that space. From there, you're just doing the base shuffle step, and that's giving you the range, and he's already worried about the knees. So you have a little bit more freedom.
Then Ryan gets the flying arm on us.
All right, so one more round of that. Work on, focus on your hips, where your hips are on the drop, and giving yourself enough range with your foot position that you can get a good penetrating knee by bringing that shoulder back and driving that hip in. Good.